My garden may look like a winter wonderland right now, but if I want to be picking peppers out of that same garden come summer and fall, I have to start right now. Hi, my name is Amanda and welcome back to the Provident Gardener. I'm really excited about today because I am doing some planting. One of my favorite companies to work with lately has been Survival Garden Seeds. They put together these amazing collections of seeds and they are so affordable. They sent me this bell pepper collection, so affordable, so much variety, and Survival Garden Seeds is heirloom. So I can't say enough about them. And I was so excited when I was checking out some of their new products this year. They have this patio snack mix pepper. So I'm going to try these in my garden, my raised beds this year, but also in containers. I'm going to see how they compare to my beloved lunchbox peppers. And maybe I will have found an heirloom that can replace that I can rely on year after year to save my own seeds and still get my little snack peppers that I absolutely love. And as always, if you want to purchase your own seeds this year from Survival Garden Seeds, check out our link in the description below. They have so many collections from just a few packets, like this one was 5 packets of seeds, all the way up to a collection that has 100 packets of seeds. You can find our code in the description below to purchase directly from their website, or you can check them out on Amazon, where they even have some of their biggest collections on sale as well. So get out my trusty seed suitcase for my warm weather crops here. And I talk about this a lot, but I so love this way of doing my seeds. It's so easy to find what I want. Just reach in here and pull out my hot peppers and my sweet peppers. Close it back up and get it out of the way. And I can quickly look at my garden plan, go in here, pull out the peppers I need, and start planting. I am going to start my peppers 2 different ways this year. I'm going to stick with my original planting method that has worked for me for years and produced great results. And that is doing it in a red Solo cup. You just put a hole in the bottom. You can label it with what you're planting, fill it with dirt, and plant it up. What I do is I get these dollar store baskets. When I get them planted, I can fit 12 cups in here. And I put them on a heat mat, stick them under the lights in my basement, and they grow wonderfully. I have grown literally hundreds of plants over the last 6 or 7 years using this method. It has worked so well for me and I have had so much success. I use the same cups and baskets year after year. It is a really great economical way to start your own seeds. So we will be sticking with the tried and true, but I always love to try new things, and that is where these come in. These are trays made right here in the USA by Bootstrap Farmer. These are called air pruning trays. Now, have you ever gotten a plant from the store, or even maybe you've grown some of your own and you pull it out of its packaging and those roots are just really tight and wrapped around? It's called root bound. This is supposed to prevent that with something called air pruning. Now, when a plant grows, it sends that root out, and with air pruning, as soon as those roots hit air, you can see these little slits in here that are designed for that, and even this hole in the bottom. As soon as they hit air, they're going to kind of stop growing, kind of self-cauterize or air cauterize, send a root back up to the plant to grow out more roots. It creates healthier, stronger root systems, which means healthier, stronger seedlings to put out in your garden. I am so excited to try these air pruning trays. You guys, these are like invincible. They bend ever so slightly, a little bit this way. I can stand on these, I can throw these, I can jump on them. I've even seen a video where someone drove a van over them. Like, these are not going anywhere. They're not going to get destroyed. Now, perhaps if I gave them to some of my kids and say, here, try to destroy this, maybe they could figure out a way if they got out like a hacksaw or something. But just using them, these are gonna last a really long time. I got these 10-20 shallow trays to sit under them. And the nice thing about this is the watering as well. You may have to lightly spray to top water until things germinate, but after that, you just put water in this bottom tray and the soil and the roots, they're just gonna wick that water up. Watering made so simple and easy. This has 72 cells, these little holes are just made so extra soil can fall through as you're filling it. Super easy to get them out because of this hole in the bottom. Just when it comes time, you'll stick your finger up through that hole and it's going to pop right out. I'm so impressed with these trays. A link to Bootstrap Farmer will be in the description so you can go check out their products. I have been so impressed and I'm excited to finally use these. So we will be comparing my original tried and true method of growing in the red solo cups with this 72 cell tray. My prediction is, the cups will do great as always, and I think this will do well too. I might have to pot these up. We'll see. I don't really like that, but we'll just see what happens. So I have my seeds picked out that I'm going to plant. Do not forget your labels. The cups I label on the cup themselves, but for here I will need labels. So just real quick, I'm going to go through what I am planting because I always like to know what people plant. What are the varieties and the seeds that they love and are tried and true for them? And sometimes I give them a try and I love them too. So we have Anaheim, spicy first, okay? Anaheim, lemon spice jalapeno. These produced so much for us last year. Orange spice jalapeno, just a regular old jalapeno. Craig's Grande jalapeno. Hungarian hot wax, cayenne pepper, red rocket, it's just a little bit of a bigger cayenne, and serrano. And now for the sweet, we have Marconi red. Carmen, it's a hybrid, but it has become one of my favorite peppers. So sweet, so delicious. I might just have to buy those seeds forever. And of course we have the lunchbox peppers, red, yellow, and orange, sweet banana, chocolate beauty, big red, purple beauty, yellow bell, sweet chocolate, California wonder, this Pippin's golden honey, and the one I'm so excited to see what happens, the patio snack mix. I am so excited. Let's get planting. Okay, I have all my cups and peppers laid out. One thing I did in my planning to make this process a little easier was I put a sticky note on each packet with how many of that seed, that variety I was going to plant. So as I was going through and gathering my cups, I was able to just look, oh, lemon spice, I'm going to do 2, and I put 2 cups there. I actually put 3 as I was going through. I'm like, yeah, I'll just do 1 more on several of these. So a couple of recommendations to kind of speed the process up. I'm going to fill all of the cups with dirt first, because if you're like filling with dirt and then planting, filling, then you're constantly washing your hands, and because you don't want to get dirt inside your seed packets, all these things. So I'm going to fill them all with dirt first, then put all the seeds in, cover them up, and we'll be good to go. Let's get some potting soil ready. I have my soil all ready to go. Now remember, you don't want it too wet, but not too dry. A little bit of water coming out of it. With planting in these cups, it really is just as simple as it sounds. You take your cup, you get it full of dirt here, soil. Some people are picky about saying dirt versus soil. I don't really care. Either way, you're putting it in the cup and almost all the way to the top. You want to leave room to water it. And now there is something that I'm going to plant in the next couple of weeks where you do not want this all the way to the top. Come back to find out what it is, because it's a little secret I have with starting a certain plant. Okay, so we have this full of soil. Rub as much of that off as I can. And then I'm going to take my red rocket here. If I can, I always put 2 seeds in each cup, because for the most part, they will all germinate, but occasionally you'll get some that just don't. Pepper seeds, you plant about a 1/4 inch deep. So I'm just going to make a little divot with my finger here, move out any bigger chunks of like wood or anything like that. Drop the seeds in, oops, cover them up. And then I will place it in this basket. And pretty soon it will get 11 other friends and be good to go. Now I'm going to make this a little more streamlined. We're going to fill up all these cups with dirt, then put the seeds in and fill up these baskets. Let's get planting. I got all of my peppers planted in cups, and now I can put them in baskets. I can fit 12 to a basket. Sometimes it seems like a tight squeeze, but you can kind of finagle them to make it work. Now I will be putting these on heat mats until they germinate, and once they germinate, I'll take the heat mats off So I'm going to get the rest of these put in baskets, and then we'll move on to our new fun trays. Now it's time to try out this air pruning tray from the Bootstrap Farmer. I'm just going to put it in here and start loading it up with soil. This is working actually really nicely. All the extra dirt is just falling through the little holes like it's designed to. There's some that are, okay. Okay, I got this all filled, and now it's time to plant it. It's important to have your labels. I have the name of what I am planting, how many, and the date. And I put how many on here because I'm going to kind of have to figure out a way to kind of put them in here in several places to show which ones are which and how many I have. Let's get to planting this tray up. I have just finished planting nearly 150 peppers. Now, I did my original red cut method, and then I tried this new cell tray this year from Bootstrap Farmer. Let's do a little bit of comparison. What I have in these 6 baskets here is the same as what I have in here. We have 72 pepper plants here, 72 here in this tray. So knowing that, let's look at maybe some pros and cons. With this, it's really economical to get started. You go buy a pack of cups that has like hundreds in it from Costco, a few dollar store baskets, soil and seeds, but it's going to take up more space when you have to get it under grow lights, get them on heat mats. Wherever you're starting your seeds, this is taking up significantly more space. It's also using a lot more soil and more water. And because this is just more, it took me longer to do. Now with this one, it's going to take up less space. It uses less soil, less water. The fact that this uses up less space is the big winner for me. Whereas with this, I'm going to have to use at least 3 heat mats. I'll be able to use 1 heat mat for this. Now, one of the reasons I love using these cups is because I will not have to up pot these. They will not outgrow these cups before I put them out in the garden. Now, this is going to be questionable. These might outgrow these small cells. They're probably about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. They might outgrow these before it's time to plant them out in the garden. I hate having to up pot things. I really don't like it. So we'll see what happens. This is an experiment for me this year. Now, a word about heat mats. Heat is going to really help these germinate well. Heat mats don't put off a lot of heat. It's just a low amount of heat, enough to warm the soil up to help these germinate better. And then I'll take them off of the heat mats. These are fairly inexpensive, but I have been able to germinate my peppers and other things without heat mats. So while it isn't necessary, it's definitely a nice thing to have to help your plants be healthy and really get going. And as you can see, these heat mats are really designed for trays like this. I'll just take it and set it on here, and it's the perfect size for a 10-20 tray. Thanks for joining me here on the Provident Gardener today. I am so excited to have gotten my peppers started, and I hope you're excited to get yours started soon too. Probably here in the next couple of weeks. And then before we know it, it'll be time to put those pepper plants outside in our gardens. What is your preferred way of starting peppers and other things at home? I would love to hear about it. I'm always looking for new ideas and ways to improve my gardening. And as always, don't be afraid to get a little or a lot from me today. Dirt under your fingernails so you can turn that dirt into dinner.